some nice browning that we didn't get from the last two. We got some color on the bottom, which is kind of surprising, actually. That is pretty much a perfectly cooked chicken breast, I gotta say. The grain is nice and tight without being super cinched up. It's nice and juicy. It's slicing nicely. So if you're gonna cook chicken in the oven, this is not a bad way to do it. You know what sounds unappetizing? Boiled chicken breast. We're just gonna crank the heat, get this water boiling, add a little salt to it because we're not monsters, and then we're just gonna drop this chicken breast straight in there. The thing is, as muscle fibers cook, they contract and tense up, and then any kind of fat or juiciness in between them has the potential to end up, in this case, getting pushed out into the water. So you're probably actually gonna end up with better tasting water than you are chicken at the end of the day. This one has zero color and is incredibly unappealing looking. This is not a way to cook chicken. Poached chicken breast. This water is at room temperature now, and we're gonna raise the heat over time with the chicken breast in it, which is going to cook it a little bit more gently than the boiling method. We kind of overcooked this. It's still really shrunk up and seized up, which is how you know that a lot of the juice has escaped, but at least it's gonna have some of the aromatic qualities, those peppercorns, the bay leaf, the garlic. You know, all in all, not a terrible way to cook a chicken breast. Braised chicken breast. Technically, a braise is cooking something partially submerged in a flavorful liquid. So the first thing we're gonna do is sear it, you know, maybe 5 to 8 minutes total just to get some color on the outside. Now we're gonna add some onions, carrots, celery, a little bit of garlic. Once you see those brown bits, we're gonna add some wine and nestle our chicken breast right in there and bring it all up to a boil and cover it for 15 to 16 minutes. Well, it definitely smells great. It's kind of weird to serve it without those veggies, but we're just evaluating the chicken breast. Braising is something you would normally do for tougher cuts of meat, things that have more connective tissue and fat to render out and break down. Not normally how you'd cook something like a chicken breast, which is like a lean, quick cooking protein. But, you know, it's actually pretty good. You can taste the onion, taste the carrot, taste a little bit of the wine. Not the best way to cook a chicken breast, but not bad. Milk braised chicken breast. This is kind of a cool method. We're gonna braise the chicken in milk, then add lemon zest, making a sauce that's kind of half whey and half curds. We're gonna drop in sage, lemon peel, garlic cloves, and a cinnamon stick. Then we're gonna pour our whole milk all over that, let it come up to a boil, and then drop that temperature down. Let it simmer for 20 to 25 minutes on the lowest possible heat, and voila, chicken cooked in milk. It really looks and feels a lot like the braised chicken that we already had, but it's perfectly cooked inside, and it's got some of that dairy richness and the aroma of the sage and the garlic. This is probably one of the most delicious ones that we've had so far. Steamed chicken breast. Instead of submerging the chicken in water, we're gonna let the water boil underneath and the steam come up. You got no color, but at least it does feel pretty juicy, and we've got some nice even cooking. Microwave time. Pop it in there, make sure the microwave is set on high for 3 minutes, and see what happens on the other side. This is definitely the least appealing chicken breast we've cooked so far.